There is one piece of clothing that does more for a man's appearance than anything else in the wardrobe. Not the shirt, not the trousers, not the shoes, the jacket. Because a jacket does something that no other garment can do quite as directly or as immediately. It shapes the shoulders, defines the silhouette, and signals intention all at once before anyone has had a chance to notice anything else about what the man is wearing. Most men over 60 understand this intuitively. They know that putting on a jacket changes how they look. What most of them do not know clearly is which jacket does this best, why, and how to choose and wear the specific type that works for who they are and where they are going. So instead of using jackets strategically, they use them occasionally, reaching for one when the occasion seems to demand it, choosing more by habit than by intention, and leaving a significant amount of the jacket's potential completely untapped. This video is about changing that. Not by making jacket decisions more complicated, but by making them clearer. There are 5 specific jacket types that make men over 60 look more masculine, more defined, and more in control. Each one occupies a different place in the register between casual and formal. Each one has specific strengths, and each one, worn correctly with the right supporting pieces, does something to a man's silhouette and presence that the outfit without it simply cannot. This channel is about classic menswear, timeless style, and practical decisions that help men over 60 look sharp without overcomplicating things. If you have been wearing the same 2 jackets for the last 10 years without thinking too carefully about which they are and whether they are the right ones, this is the video for you. The first jacket is the one that belongs in every man's wardrobe over 60 and is consistently underused. The field jacket. The field jacket, sometimes called a safari jacket, or in its original military-inspired form, an M65 jacket, is a structured casual jacket with a simple collar, usually 4 front pockets, and a slightly relaxed but still defined silhouette. It comes in cotton, nylon, or waxed cotton, and sits firmly in the casual register without ever looking sloppy. In navy, olive, khaki, or stone, it is one of the most versatile jackets available. Here is why the field jacket works so powerfully for men over 60. It adds structure without adding formality. The collar defines the neck and shoulder line in a way that a crew neck or polo cannot. The structured front panels add visual weight to the chest and torso, which for most men creates a stronger, more defined upper body, and the straight, slightly relaxed silhouette sits well on a range of body types without requiring the precise tailoring that a blazer demands. Picture a man wearing a navy polo and dark jeans. The outfit is clean and functional. Now add a stone field jacket, worn open over the same polo and jeans. The shoulder line is immediately stronger. The chest has more presence. The outfit has gone from casual to smart casual without a single other change. This is the field jacket's fundamental power. It creates structure where there was none, and that structure reads directly as masculine presence. The field jacket works best over polos, plain t-shirts, and simple crew neck knits. In olive or khaki, it pairs naturally with dark navy or charcoal below. In stone or camel, it works with dark indigo denim, and in navy it is perhaps the most versatile of all, working with almost any neutral below it. The second jacket is the one that most men over 60 own, but most underestimate, the unstructured blazer. The structured blazer, the kind with shoulder pads, a stiff chest piece, and a firm silhouette, has its place, but it is not the blazer that does the most work for everyday men over 60. The unstructured blazer does, made without the internal structure of a formal suit jacket. The unstructured blazer drapes rather than standing. It follows the natural shape of the shoulders and chest rather than imposing a manufactured shape on top of them. This gives it a relaxed elegance that the fully structured blazer often lacks. What the unstructured blazer provides that nothing else does is exactly the right level of formality for the majority of occasions a man over 60 encounters. Smart enough for a dinner, relaxed enough for a weekend lunch, versatile enough to work with both dark jeans and wool blend trousers. In navy, camel, or charcoal, it functions as the anchor of almost any smart casual outfit, the piece that lifts everything beneath it into the register of intention and care. Wear it over a white Oxford shirt with one button open at the collar, with dark straight-leg chinos and tan leather derby shoes. This is one of the most consistently elegant casual combinations available to men over 60. Refined without being stiff, masculine without being aggressive, and appropriate for almost any occasion that does not specifically require formality. The key detail of the unstructured blazer is its collar and lapel. The lapels should lie flat and clean against the chest, without rolling or spreading unevenly. A lapel that does not sit correctly is the most visible signal that a blazer does not fit well, and a blazer that does not fit correctly is worse than no blazer at all. The third jacket is the one most closely associated with masculine authority and the most overlooked in its casual applications, the leather jacket. Not the theatrical kind, not the heavy biker jacket with hardware and studs. A clean, slim-fit leather jacket in dark brown or black, in smooth or slightly distressed leather, cut at the hip with a simple zip front and a minimal collar. This jacket does something to a man's silhouette that is difficult to replicate with any other material. Leather has a natural weight and drape that sits differently from cotton or wool. It holds the shoulder line with more authority, and it creates a surface texture that reads as rich and substantive in a way that most fabrics cannot approach. There is a specific reason the leather jacket carries masculine authority that goes beyond aesthetics. It is a material that ages with the man wearing it. Over time, a quality leather jacket develops a patina, small creases at the elbows and collar, a subtle softening of the surface that reflects the specific way this particular man has worn this particular jacket. This aging process, which would degrade most fabrics, makes leather richer. A man over 60 in a well-worn quality leather jacket is wearing something that belongs to him in a way that a new jacket never quite does. That belonging shows. For men over 60, the leather jacket is most effective when it is kept simple and worn with equally simple pieces beneath it. A white or light grey crew-neck tee, dark straight-leg jeans, and clean Chelsea boots. Or a fine merino roll-neck in charcoal, dark navy straight-leg trousers, and derby shoes. The jacket does the talking. The pieces beneath it support it without competing. The one note of caution for men over 60 wearing leather jackets: the fit is everything. A leather jacket that is too large reads as a younger man's jacket on a man who has not updated his wardrobe. A leather jacket that is too tight reads as an attempt at youth that did not succeed. The correct fit sits close but not constricting, the shoulders sitting precisely, the waist slightly defined by the jacket's own shape, the sleeves ending at the wrist cleanly. At the right fit, a leather jacket on a man over 60 reads as exactly what it should be, a strong, masculine, completely deliberate choice. The fourth jacket is one that most men over 60 have never worn and most should. The suede jacket. Suede is one of the most forgiving and most masculine materials available in outerwear. A suede jacket, typically in tan, camel, mid-brown, or dark navy, has a texture that immediately communicates quality and intention without any formality. It sits in a register very similar to the field jacket, but carries a material richness that elevates any outfit significantly. And because suede is a softer, more natural-looking material than smooth leather, it works across a wider range of occasions, from a relaxed weekend lunch to a smart evening out. The suede jacket is also one of the most flattering outerwear choices for men over 60 because of how the material behaves at the shoulder and chest. Unlike rigid structured jackets, suede drapes with a natural softness that works well with most body types. It does not impose a shape so much as it enhances the shape already there. And because suede is a warm-toned material, it works particularly well with the silver or white hair that many men over 60 have, the warm material grounding the cooler hair tone in a way that looks entirely natural and entirely intentional. The suede jacket works best in tan or camel over dark navy or charcoal below, the warm material tone against a cool dark base, creating an immediate and very masculine color contrast. Over a white or pale blue polo, with dark chinos and dark brown leather derby shoes, a tan suede jacket creates one of the most consistently strong casual smart looks available to men over 60. Clean, warm, substantial and entirely appropriate for almost any weekend or social occasion. The fifth jacket is the one that most directly communicates masculine structure and authority, the structured sport coat. The sport coat, distinct from a suit jacket, in that it is designed from the outset to be worn separately, without matching trousers, carries more formal structure than the unstructured blazer, but less than a full suit. In a textured fabric, tweed, herringbone, houndstooth, or a rich navy or charcoal wool, it creates a silhouette that is immediately and powerfully defined. The shoulders sit with authority, the chest reads with presence, and the textured surface of the fabric adds visual depth and richness that immediately communicates quality. For men over 60, the structured sport coat is the correct choice for occasions that sit just above smart casual, a formal dinner, an important social occasion, a professional context where the best version of casual formal is required. Worn over a pale blue or white Oxford shirt with one button open, with dark wool blend straight leg trousers and polished dark brown derby shoes, the sport coat creates an impression that is as close to elegance as most casual occasions require. The detail that makes the sport coat work or fail is the texture of the fabric. A smooth, flat sport coat in a plain color looks too much like a suit jacket without the trousers. A textured sport coat in a rich, interesting fabric looks like a deliberate, stylish choice, which is precisely what it should be. Here is the system these 5 jackets create. Field jacket for casual smart, unstructured blazer for smart casual, leather jacket for masculine casual, suede jacket for warm smart casual, structured sport coat for elevated smart casual. 5 jackets, 5 registers, every occasion covered. A man who owns one jacket from each of these 5 categories has a complete outerwear system. Not because he needs to wear a different jacket every day, but because when the occasion arises, he has exactly the right choice available without any friction or second guessing. The jacket goes on, the outfit resolves, and the man walking out of the door looks exactly as sharp, as masculine, and as intentional as the occasion requires. So here is what I want to know. Which of these 5 jackets do you already own and wear regularly? And which one are you missing? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. If you appreciate honest, practical style advice for men over 60, subscribe to the channel. In the next video, we are going into the invisible style mistakes that quietly undermine every outfit, the small details that most men never notice, but everyone else does. You will not want to miss that one.